Hello and welcome back everyone to Last Level Press. I'm Mr. Black and this is Chapter 4 of Let's Play Sage Fusion. Resuming where last we left off, we'd only just arrived in the residential district when we were confronted with a couple of local thugs, and then a couple of local corrupt law enforcement, apparently under the employ of one of Marlin's relatives, whom I can only assume reside inside this residential tower, so let's continue on and head inside. Hello, receptionist lady. Hello, how can I help you? Hi, can you tell me on what floor the Ziegler residence is? Just a minute. The Ziegler residence? Your family? My grandparents. The Ziegler residence is on the 77th floor. Anything else I can help you with? Yes, we're also looking for the Biz residence. Sure, please wait while I look it up. The Biz residence is on the 32nd floor. Anything else I can help you with? No, thank you. Alright. Lady, you're kind of compromising the security of your tenants. At least in my experience, most residential receptionists will not just hand out the locations of their tenants' homes, because that kind of compromises their security, especially in such an apparently rough neighborhood as this. I'll let it go, though, since you're helping me. Hello, lady. Hello, can I ask for your help? Maybe. I can at least listen to it. I need you to kill 10 giant rats outside the town. Why? Why on earth would you need that? Sorry, lady, ain't no way we're gonna do that. What? You mean strangers won't just do whatever someone in town asks them? Yes. Oh my, what a shock. In that case, how about you deliver an item for me? I will give you something as a reward. What are you giving us? You'll know when you get it. I want you to deliver this cat picture to my friend. She is in the Space Tower's office. Will you do this for me? Alright, I know what's happening here. This is poking fun at the usual sorts of early quests of go kill X inconsequential creature or deliver X item to inconsequential NPC Y in almost every RPG game. I know that's what's happening here, and yet I'm kind of curious. I'm kind of curious to see this little parody through. So you know what? Why not? Yes. Good. I'll be waiting for the good news. Remember, my friend is in the Space Tower's office, standing in the corner. Got a cat picture. All right then. So I think I'll complete this little job prior to advancing the story along. So let's head to the station. And also, I want to apologize very quickly for some of the technical issues which have affected this series. It was originally not my intention to run this without a facecam, however I had a couple of issues with the recording as well as the rendering such that I was almost unable to publish the preceding episodes at all, and I was simply unable to save any of the facecam footage, and so for the sake of consistency, I've just decided to discontinue facecam for the remainder of this series, and instead, simply allow you all to savor my melodious voice for the remainder of it. So, Space Towers, I think, is where we are headed. And are you the friend in the corner? You're standing in a corner. You can use the transport bars to travel to other parts of the city. Oh, no. Okay, so no, it's not you. And I just realized, looking at the towers in the distance, I'm sure some of you realized this a long time ago, that is actually our ship, since that's the column we came down, and those other towers in the distance look as though they have different ships docked at them. That's actually a very nice touch. Alright, let's see. I assume her friend is likely in that lobby area we first came into. Are you her friend? Hi, your friend asked us to deliver this picture to you. Oh, great. Tell her I say thanks. Is that it? It's so boring here. Alright then. And apparently, the checkpoint guard is still gone. Did he fall off the platform in his disbelief at the shenaniganry we pulled up there? At least our ship hasn't gotten space towed. So I guess that's job complete. Let's head to residential complex and then on inside again. Alright, lady, job's done. I've delivered your picture. We've delivered the picture to your friend. Here's your reward. Got an IR depth sensor? Alright, that seems like an awfully advanced reward for such a menial task. Bye! Can I see what that is? What does that do? Is that in my inventory? It is. Sensor that utilizes infrared laser to determine depths in three-dimensional space. I assume I'll need that at some point. Alright then. So I suppose now we'll head up, I suppose, to the Ziegler residence. I think we'll take care of personal matters and then we'll simply resume what we're really here for. So, nice place. Let me grab whatever's in here. Got 2 recovery kits and 2 grenades. I still wonder at why grenades are just left sitting around. It's an RPG though, so I won't question too much. Alright, doesn't look like there's anything else I can interact with. Knock knock? Knock knock. Anyone home?
Oh, look who has come. How long has it been?
Hi, Grandma. Good day, ma'am. Nice to meet you. I'm Alphonse.
Come, Marlon, come in.
Grandma, Alphonse is still outside. Come in, Vons. Alright then.
Sit down, Marlon, dear. Make yourself comfortable while I go and get your grandpa. Your grandson's here. Go out and greet him, will you?
Yeah, in a minute, alright.
In a minute. Oh, in a minute. You always say that, don't you? How long is a minute this time, hmm?
Oh, would you cut it? I'll get out there when I get out there. Well, this just got awkward. Marlon? I always feel anxious when I'm here. Oh, alright then. I guess I'll just kinda check around the room. The Cross of Zevosigan. The couple living here are devout Zayans. Alright. Crystal City, a new acro complex in Kapistad, presented by Ziegler Residence and Property. The building in this old poster looks a lot like this residence complex. So, was his grandfather some kind of, like, venture capitalist who's actually constructed this entire area? Who are these men in the photo? The one on the left is my grandfather. The other one is his friend, who also worked with him in the company, but I don't know him. I think he's a scientist or something. Your grandfather must have still been around our age when this photo was taken. Aha! I'm sensing a certain falling out, and perhaps the reason for his grandfather ending up an angry old man. This is a plaque here. It reads, Lifetime Achievement Award, Circle of Interplanetary Traders. Your grandfather was part of the Circle. Alright then. How about that thing? Can I interact with that? Or that creepy, slender statue? No? Alright then. I always feel anxious when I'm here. I can't seem to interact with anything else. Marlon's grandmother seems to be having an argument with an old man, presumably Marlon's grandfather. It's amazing how a person's attitude can change in such a short time. Or that one can put on an act when company arrives. Marlon? Huh? Your grandparents seem to be quite high-spirited behind the door. That's my grandfather for you.
I'm sorry, dear. Your grandfather will be here soon.
Alright then.
So are you done yet, or should I tell our grandson to just go away?
No, I am not done yet, and I don't care what you want to tell him. Boy, what was I thinking? I really shouldn't have come here. He wasn't always like this, you know. 20 years ago, my grandfather was a very kind and patient man. He was never angry, unlike my parents. But life had its way of bringing out the worst in him. It all got started after he officially resigned from his executive position in the elites. Executive position, alright. Your grandfather was in the Circle? Yes, we just confirmed that reading the plaque. Yeah, he was quite influential then, but in the end he quit. It was around that time that he started to change. He isn't the patient guy he was anymore. Each year I visit him is each year I see him being an even more annoying old geezer. Every time I would think it can't possibly get any worse than this, but he's somehow always able to exceed that expectation. Like today, for example, refusing to show up and all. No, he's always been that way. He just hid it well, but eventually got tired of always wearing a mask. Alright then, kinda crossing a line and speaking out of turn there, don't you think, Alphonse? Kinda judgy for a man you've never met yet.
I'm sorry, Marlon, honey. Your grandfather is feeling unwell right now, so he can't meet people. Would you be a dear and come back another time?
And I'm not sure why they have an accent and Marlon doesn't. I guess he's left that accent in his past. He's outgrown it. Yeah, sure. See you, Grandma. Say hi to Grandpa. Well, That was awkward. Marlin, any comment on that? According to the punk, Biz lives in the residence complex. We can get there by taking the transport barge. Let's go. We've already kind of done that. I assume you're just a little shaken up from the whole ordeal. So, all right then, let's get going. Or not. Wait, Marlin. Please take this with you. Wow, that's kind of cool looking. Got a medallion of Saint Zivosigan. I like the look of that. That's really cool. I hope it will keep you safe, dear. Well, I don't really believe in this superstitious stuff, but since it's a gift from Grandma, I'll treasure it. Thank you. Watch your manner, Mr. Ziegler. You don't just go in an adventure thinking you don't have a family. The Ziegler family is well respected across the galaxy. Jeez, some aggression coming out of nowhere. Don't you dare embarrass us again, as if once is not enough. Just because you were young doesn't mean you could just get away with it. And you had better remember everything you learned as a kid about what is to happen to the wicked, Marlin. Oh, I remember, Grandma. I also remember that they are full of it. I carry the name of Ziegler, but I don't let that name or religion or all those hokum rules hold me back from attaining my own honor. I'm just gonna go. Mrs. Marlin's mom? Grandmom? Oh, okay. Alright, I'll just leave then. To the Biz residence. Okay. Hokey religions and ancient weapons, I suppose. Kinda called it. Let's see here. Alright, resuming why we're really here. Knock, knock. Oh, jeez, your eyes. Hello, Mr. Biz. Good day. I'm Dom Lane from Ochre Mill. Dom Lane. Oh, you're my personal treasurer, aren't you? I'm so glad you remember my name. By the way, this is my friend Mr. Bryn, also from Ochre Mill. Nice to meet you, Mr. Bryn. So, what brings you two here? My apology to bother you, Mr. Biz, sir. According to our record, you recently put a catalyzer in the store for sale, correct? That is correct. Is there a problem? Well, you see, we suspect the catalyzer is not proper certified, so if you can produce the certificate to us, that would be very helpful. What? That isn't possible. The certificate is, I don't have it anymore. I got the catalyzer so long ago. That won't do, Mr. Biz. You should never lose a proper certificate. Surely you realize that selling a profane item is illegal. It's not profane, I swear! Anything without proper certificate is profane, Mr. Biz. I'm afraid we can't sell your catalyzer as it is in our store. We don't want to risk getting raided by Citizen Crusade, you know. But we can help you. Really? Sure. We can help you get it recertified free of charge. Wow, that is very good. Very good. But before that, please type in your member ID and passphrase in this PDA so we can authenticate you. What? I've never done this kind of authentication before. This PDA communicates securely to Ochre Mill's central server, sir. It uses the strongest cryptographic algorithm ever made, so don't worry. I don't know, is there no other way? Well, the only other alternative is for you to do the recertification yourself. But oh, please get it done within 3 days, otherwise we'll have to pull your catalyzer from the store. That's impossible! Everybody knows a proper certification takes at least a month! Ah, but we in Ochre Mill can get it done in just 2 days, so what will it be? It's your choice. Okay, please do the recertification for me. Splendid. Please type in your member ID and passphrase. Yes, we have successfully authenticated you. I can now proceed with the recertification process. Thank you, Mr. Line. Goodbye, sir. You just got scammed hard! I can't believe you just scammed him. What if he reported it? If he did, they would perform a full investigation on all his recent activities in Ochre Mill, including on the catalyzer. The stolen catalyzer. Do you think he'd want to risk doing that? Good point. So, now that you have his member ID and passphrase, you'll use them to recall the catalyzer from the store. Ah, I see you finally understand my hack. I'm not sure you understand what the word hack means. I'll let it slide, however, seeing as this is not a real-world setting, so... I suppose now to the station where... Marlin, about your grandmother. She's just an old lady, you know. Excuse me, Marlin, but I think you were being too hard on her. Old people and their silly wisdom only makes them timid like overfed puppies. Well, forget it, Vons. Almost everyone has a little issue with his family. Differences in views between generations and everything. That's normal, not a big deal. Alright then. So I suppose now we can hop the train over to the Mega Market? Yes? and then pull the item from the inventory. And also, I just realized I've never actually gone in the other direction from when I first came here. So let's check this out. While I'm here and all. Coffee stand! Hello, do you want to buy a cup of coffee? Nope, no thank you. Sir? I came here because I was bored at home, but now that I'm here, there really isn't much to do either. Alright then.
This mega market is really big, but it only has shops and restaurants and the like. Oh, I have a great idea. Somebody should build a place that has lots of green fields, plants, trees, and maybe a lake. I bet it'll be popular because there's never been anything like it in Capistad.
Well, I mean, you got some greenery here, kid. Alright.
Do you know that place on your right? It's called the Circle Lounge. Members of the Circle hang out in there.
Makes me wish to be a member of the Circle. That lounge looks really comfy. But it's only for merchants, traders, and businessmen. I heard some people actually hate being a member because the Circle constantly interferes with your business decisions to make sure it's in line with their goal overall. Alright, well, that's kind of the cost of allying oneself with such affection. Hello, this is the Circle Lounge, a fantastic place for Circle members to relax and enjoy themselves. Are you a Circle member? No, I'm not. I'm sorry, this lounge is exclusively for members of the Circle Interplanetary Traders. Alright, I didn't want to join your club anyway. Let's see. So, if I recall correctly, the store is over this way, correct? Yeah, it's down here. Alright, so now we simply head on inside of the Ochre Mill store and speak with this gentleman. Hi, I recently put up that catalyzer for sale here, but now I want it back. Not a problem, just type in your member ID and passphrase into this terminal so we can authenticate you. Okay, here you go. Mr. Biz. Yes, that catalyzer is indeed registered under your name. Alright, I've marked it as recalled. Go ahead and take the catalyzer from the shelf. So it's over here? Yes, alright. So now we have the catalyzer. I suppose it's time we head... Whoa, what? What are they doing? Oh god, these phony hypocrites are doing it again. Doing what? They call themselves Citizen Crusade. They walk around electronic stores in search of profane goods, and when they find one, they destroy it in public like this. Is this even legal? Of course not, but they can't give a damn about it. Neither do the City Watch and the Church. After all, profane is bad, right? Hey, leave that poor thing alone. That blasted thing is profane. We shall eradicate all that is not proper. So stay out of this, chum, or we'll have to hurt you too. I see you guys have leveled up to threatening people too. And don't call me chum. I hate you retards. Hey there, little fella. Don't be scared, okay? Huh? That thing inside you. Is that? Oh, you'll never be proper like this. What do you say we teach these pieces of trash some etiquette? Come. Oi! Bring that disgraceful thing back! I'm tired of this. Let's just beat him until he spits the robot back out. I assume it just kind of folded into some kind of compact portable form? That's what we're gonna say. Alright, straight into combat. So... Omni. Yeah! Yeah! Alright. What the? Little fella, summon a drone that shoots all enemies. That's the only thing I can do. Alright. Let's do that. Oh my, I was not expecting that. Ouch. You will all be delivered to hell, Bartneus, when you die. And then they just get up and run off. Are you the one selling this robot? Here, take it back. After I saw what it did to those Crusaders? No way, man, it's yours. I don't want it. That's more trouble than it's worth. Nah, I hate them, robots. See ya. What do you mean you hate robots? Isn't that a catalyzer you're holding? Yes, it's a catalyzer. Dude, a catalyzer ain't a robot. No, I mean, how do you plan to install that without a robot? Installing a catalyzer requires very high precision. No human can do that. Is that so? Marlon, how will we get a robot? What the hell. I guess I will adopt you, my little friend. Alright. Is this okay? The robot is profane. What, you two? Never mind. I was kind of wondering when that would come into play. Because, am I not wrong in thinking that Alvons is some manner of religious warrior of the Zayan sect? I suppose I could have just kind of made that assumption, since when we were first introduced to him, he had one of their religious texts amongst his things. I think he's got that about him, like in his clothing, in his entire attitude, although I'm not entirely sure why a religious sect would hire out one of its members as what amount to just a mercenary. I don't know. Am I wrong in suspecting that? I'm not sure I am. I was just really wondering when his religious origins would actually come into play. Alright, let's see. Do we just activate the door? We have the catalyzer now. Let's fix the elevator. Fonz, give the catalyzer to him. There you are. Okay, buddy. Go fix that elevator. Well, that was convenient. That's much faster than what I'd imagined. Let's see if that fixed the elevator. I'll assume from the sound that it did. And the music just got kinda creepy. So, Marlon. Oh, hi. Yeah? You've gone to Interglobe before, haven't you? Yeah, but this is the first time I'm going to this particular sector of Interglobe. So there are others. Of course there are. How big do you think Capistad is? This one just happens to be closest to where we were. Yes, that makes sense. So, Alvons. What is it? You haven't told me why you work as a bodyguard. I was wondering that myself. Does everything need a reason? No, not everything, obviously. Although I imagine following some random stranger to a random world half a galaxy away from your home planet would usually have at least one or two. I just want to travel around, I guess. Maybe looking for... Well, maybe I just want to try something different. That's a rather boring answer. But not necessarily a bad one. What about you? What about me? Why did you become a merchant? Various reasons. One being curiosity, perhaps, or maybe because it's fun. Self-fulfillment, or simply because I can. I mean, does everything need a reason? Alright, so a little turnabout there. Here it is, the inner globe. Isn't it a darling? Whoa, this place feels like an oven. Maybe wearing this long-sleeve coat wasn't such a good idea. Ah, sucks to be you. My clothes have a built-in thermostat. You rich merchant, you. And that's actually kind of a rarity, an RPG character acknowledging their character design and clothing. Alright, well, I think this is a suitable stopping point now that I've reached an entirely new sector of the city. So, thank you all for joining me for this episode of Let's Play Sage Fusion. I'm Mr. Black here at Last Level Press, and as always, I wish you all good gaming, and Godspeed. Worried. 0, 3, 2, 4, 1. Unexpected error? You son of a...